Hi kids, it's Heidi, your adopted farmer, for our last video of the year. We got a beautiful day out here on the farm. It's the middle of April, and you know, I've talked to all of you about cows, and I'm going to talk a little bit today, not necessarily about cows, but if you remember, I told you cows go to the bathroom whenever and wherever they want, and they go often. So I'm going to talk to you about manure today. What we do in the spring, we pump a little bit of manure, and I call it pumping because we actually go over to the lagoon and we use a machine that actually sucks the manure out, and it'll push it through a hose several miles away, up to I think 5 miles away, and then we don't have to drive up and down the road with manure spreaders. And we also have over here, we can pan over, this machine that's sitting out here in the lagoon. We call it a boat. Because it drives around out there and it stirs up the manure in the water so that we get as much as the solid materials pumped out and mixed in with the liquid as possible. And then we'll walk over and we'll show you the tractor that we use to put the manure into the ground, or apply the manure. We call it an applicator. This big four-wheel drive tractor is the tractor that we use. The applicator is actually the attachment on back of it, and the hose hooks on over there, and that hose takes the manure and pulls it into the machine, and then each of these go about this far into the ground, and it will put the manure into the ground so that it's there to fertilize our crops, so that our corn and our alfalfa all grows really well. Okay, so this is the hose that I'm talking about. We call it a drag line. It's actually an 8-inch, and it can be a 6-inch line. It's pressurized, so when the manure comes out of the lagoon through the pump, it goes through the hose and out to the applicator tractor. And like I said, we can pump, I think, up to 5 miles away from the farm. Okay, this is Gary in the tractor, and he's actually drilling alfalfa seed right now. And this is a little bit different than a corn planter because it makes the rows really close together, because alfalfa is like grass and we want it to grow close together. Hopefully we get some rain soon. That's one thing that we're going to need. And we got these things sticking up in the air on the ends of the drill, are actually markers, but we don't use them because inside the cab of the tractor we have a GPS unit that tells him exactly where he needs to drive. Well, thank you all for watching the video. We didn't really see very many cows today, but I always forget that there's more to dairy farming than just cows. Part of it is the field work and the crops too. So look forward to seeing you again next month.